you imagine a world where everybody's the same and you could cancel a girl cause she just wanted to change? How could you throw stones if you ain't been through a pain? That's why we feel so alone. That's why we feel so much shame. I'm used to feeling alone. Oh, so I thought that I'd let you know. Oh, in case nobody told you today, you're special. In case nobody made you believe you're special, I will always love you the same. You're special. I'm so glad that you're still with us. Broken, but damn, you're still perfect. I know it's been hard, but I'm so glad you're still here. And I thought that I'd let you know. In case nobody told you today. In case nobody made you believe. You're special, yeah. Well, I will always love you. You're special. I'm so glad. So glad, so glad, so glad. So glad, so glad, so glad. You are so special.
Hello, Tava Nation, Facebook family, YouTube. Hey. Let me tell you, if no one else has told you today, yes, you are special. And I need everybody watching right now, put it in the chat. Say, I am special. Come on, blow it up, blow up the chat right now. Say, I am special. Because guess what? Sometimes you've got to encourage yourself, right? And if you don't have it in yourself today to say it, let me say it to you. You are special. And I am so excited and so glad that you have chimed in. That's right. I see Double Diamond. Janella Simpson says, I am special. My Facebook users saying, I am special. Shonda Barnaby, Jessica Brooks. You know what, y'all? I don't even know why I'm playing. Okay, here we go. Glenna Gaucher, yes, you are special. Miss Lorona Barnes, yes, you are. I love it. Keep it going. I am special. You are special. Now, y'all know what I need you to do? Tag somebody to tell them they are special, okay? Let's take a minute right now, share this live, and let somebody know that they are special. And because they're special, you want them to join you today for Wealth Building Wednesday. You guys know what time it is. It's Winning Wednesday. It's Wealth Building Wednesday. It's Workout Wednesday. It is Falling in Love with Myself Again Wednesday also. So come on. Hey, Mr. Gilbert, how are you? Hello. Ronald Ladd, hey, hello. Lottie Boss, I see you. Miss Stacy Schaumburger, hey, hello. Weigh-in Wednesday. I love that, Mr. Davis. I love it. So come on, you guys. We have a very, very special show today. So I need you. That's right. You're falling in love with yourself. Me too. So we have a special show today. And thank all of you for joining us on our other Tava page, our Houston office page. So make sure that you follow us here, subscribe here, do whatever you know you're supposed to do here, right? Also follow us on YouTube, subscribe, all that. So guys, share right now to your personal pages also, all right? Get them on however you need to get them on. You don't want to miss today, and you want to make sure all of your friends are here too. So not just your Tava business partners. Ladies, get your girlfriends, your homegirls, your sisters, your amies. Gentlemen, get the bros on. Miss Bridget, oh my gosh, Cry Out was amazing. Thank you for asking. Guys, come on, share, 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 share. All right, because we are going in today. You've heard us talk a little bit about what's to come for Tava for 2023, and we are going to hear it directly, take it from the top, okay? So I'm telling you right now, go ahead. Your friends are going to be upset with you if you don't get them on right now. So send those reminders out right now. Hey, Kennedy Adams, yes, you are special. You are special. Okay, so all right. Well, we are going to dive right on in. Again, I'm Lachelle Pierre, Director of Operations. For those of you that are new, we are so glad that you tuned in today. You are going to be happy that you did. So go ahead, get ready for a wonderful time. Share, 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 tag, tag, tag. Follow, follow, follow. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. So let's go and get started with our show, Rock. All right, hold on, you guys. Hold on, hold on. That was a little bit of a teaser. Little bit of a teaser. Give us 1 second, because the next voice you guys are going to hear in just a moment after our video plays, you are going to hear from our CEOs, our visionary leaders, our founders, Kenny and Shantae Lloyd. So I need you right now to put some hearts in the chat for them. All right, I need to see the chat blow up right now. Hearts, hearts, hearts. Let's show them some love right now. Come on. That's it. I see them. I see green hearts, red hearts. Come on, blow it up, blow it up. We are going to show them some love and appreciation today. Hey there, Van Thomas. Come on, you guys. Come on. I see Mr. Ronald, Jessica. That's right. Come on, y'all. Blow it up, blow it up, blow it up for them. And Rock, whenever you are ready, go ahead. Because we Miss Tequila. Hello, hello. Come on, you guys, show them some love. And you've got like 1 second to go ahead and keep tagging, keep sharing while we're sharing love, okay?
What if you made a decision to take 10 months, 10 days at a time, and decided to give it your absolute all? If you gave your diet your absolute all, if you gave your fitness regimen your absolute all, if you gave your work your absolute all, if you gave your personal development your absolute all, what would happen? Just 10 months, 10 days at a time, uninterrupted focus. I bet your life would drastically change. I bet you would be a completely different person. I bet you would be unrecognizable. I bet you would look back and think to yourself, I can't believe that I was living the way I was. Time is going to pass anyway. The next 10 months of your life is going to happen regardless. It's just a matter of what are you going to do differently in those 10 months, 10 days at a time. So why don't you spend the next 10 months giving it your all and watch and see what happens.
All right, sir. You guys are muted. We need you to unmute so we can hear you.
Hey, everybody.
Hello. Great afternoon. How are you this evening?
I don't know where you are, but where we are, it is very, very cold, unseasonably cold here in Houston, Texas. But you know what? We're warming it up. You see the fireplace back there. So listen, Shantae and I, we got to tell you that we're very excited about what we're about to share
Yes.
today, because like this has been on our hearts for a long time. You know, I believe this. It's important. You know, we're in business to make money, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we're also in business to help heal people. And there are a lot of broken people out there, not just
Yes.
women, but broken, men, and
Yes.
they're just people who are just broken mentally. You saw Lizzo, you saw the opening. When I saw that on TikTok, it really touched my heart, because
Yes.
it's not just about women her size. It's not about plus size. It's not because there are women that are slim. Like depression has no demographic. It has no
Yes.
look. It's within everybody. And I think people think that, simply because you look good or you have a lot of money, that you are healthy mentally, that you go through a lot. And I got to tell you, it's not true, because Shantae and I both are human beings. And
Yes.
sometimes we get very overwhelmed to the point where, we just lean on each other. Sometimes we just cry,
Yes.
because we carry a lot. To whom much is given, much is required.
Yes.
And, when it comes to falling in love with myself, again, I was sharing with some people a little earlier that for me, I'm passionate about this too, because I have to fall in love with myself again. And I'm a man, yes, we know that this thing is really like 83% of the people in network marketing are women.
Right.
So the majority of the marketing is geared toward women. But I got to tell you that I have to fall in love with myself again. And what does that mean to me? That means to me that, I pour everything I have into my work,
Yes.
into Tava, everything. And to the point where I forsake my home, I forsake my wife, my children. I haven't been on any vacations. I'm not working out the way I used to work out. I'm just exhausted. And it's because I'm not taking care of myself the way I should be taking care of myself. And I'm the owner of a health and wellness company,
Right.
but I'm a human being.
Yes.
And I have to make a conscious decision to make a change.
Yes.
And it requires a conscious decision from me. And I have made a conscious decision not to talk about it this year, but to be about it. And as Shantae and I would talk, Shantae is human too. I'll never forget, we completely did our home over again. Completely. I'm talking about, they worked on our home for 1 year straight, back to back every day, 1 whole year. And so I was making jokes one day. We had family over at the house, and I was making jokes about Shantae, near the end, how at the end of it, as it was getting to the end, that she was exhausted and she didn't want to make any more decisions. She was letting things just slip through the crack, let this go. I don't care. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. And I was talking about how we got close to the rope and didn't speed up and cross it. And she broke down and started crying, right? And you ever seen one of those memes on TikTok, the moment you know you effed up, right? that what you thought was funny, it wasn't funny anymore.
Right.
Because she was suffering by herself. Because I had to imagine somebody being on lockdown. She was on lockdown for a year, 24/7. She was in this house with all these contractors coming, not being able to do anything for herself. And I didn't even pay attention to it. And I wasn't paying attention because I didn't have balance in my life. My balance was off. All I was thinking about was Tava and working and building the company. I wasn't thinking about what she may have been going through being at the house every day with contractors. And she broke out crying, and it was for real. I was laughing, but when I saw her start to cry, it let me know for real, like she was really suffering in silence because she never shared it with me, and there are a lot of people that suffer in silence, so falling in love for myself again, for me, it really means that rediscovering who you really are, because we're much bigger than chasing money.
Mm-hmm.
You know, money is important, but if that is the generality of your life, if that is
Mm-hmm.
what your life is, you're not living a good life for real.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because if we really institute a few things, a few principles like balance is very important, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what we decided to do, as Shantae and I, you know, really talked about this, and I mean, like, we really wanted to do this a year and a half ago,
Yes.
but we just weren't ready.
Yes.
We really weren't. And so we thought about it and thought about it, because actually, I'll be honest with you, Rocky came up with the phrase "falling in love with myself again,"
Yes, she did.
and it resonated with me so much. And we thought, how could we incorporate this into Tava
Mm-hmm.
and help people, help
Mhm.
heal people,
Mm-hmm.
and make money while we do it?
Mm-hmm.
How can we do it? How can we create a platform for people that don't have to suffer in silence, where they see other people talking about what they're going through
Right.
and their healing process and how they healed, and now they know that I'm going through the same thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And now they can open up about it, because it is very painful mentally to suffer in silence.
Yes, it is.
It really is. And I think that a lot of people, how you perceive yourself, it's like, you know, is mental, you know, because the beauty is not within. The beauty within yourself it comes from your mind, because that's how you see yourself. How do you see yourself? And a lot of people see themselves in a dark light because they're in a dark space and they need help getting out. And that's what we really want to do. So we have created a program,
Mm-hmm.
again, falling in love with myself again. And this program it's an online community
Yes.
that we're creating, a community.
Mm-hmm.
We have platforms, as you all will see when we fully launch on February the 15th.
Right.
We have social media platforms where people can communicate and
With each
share
other.
with each
Mhm.
other
Mhm.
and kind of share what they're going through,
Right.
you know. And what we do is that we talk about joining a community.
Right.
And as you heard the video, we talked about taking 10 months.
Mhm.
And I'm going to tell you, it's going to be significant why 10 months. We said, if we just take 10 months, 10 days at a time, and work on some small changes,
Mhm.
that could become big changes if we do it consistently
Mhm.
for 10 months. Because we know that if we just said 10 months straight, you got to have a breakage. So what we're doing, we have a challenge, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
And we say 10-day, not 10-day challenge, but 10-day changes.
Right.
So every 10 days, we have a series of things for you to do,
Mhm.
you know, those who choose to participate.
Right.
And we know that we talk about the gut, like the gut is the epicenter for disease and a lot of things. And, you know, when your gut is not right, you know, I'm telling you, your thinking is not right, right?
Yes.
So what we did is that we created a system, a program where with this set of 10-day changes,
Mhm.
we know that you can't do it by yourself. So it's designed for the people in Tava to
Mhm.
reach outside of Tava to people that are not in the company,
Right.
people that aren't in network marketing.
Mhm.
And you reach out and you just say, listen, we've been talking about it. You know, if I reached out to one of you, or if I reached out to Krishan and I talked to Krishan, I'll say, Krishan, you know, we've been talking about, you know, living a better quality life for real,
Mhm.
getting in better shape and performing at a higher level, because that's what it is.
Right.
It's performing
At a
mind, body,
higher
and soul
level.
at a
Yeah.
higher level. But the things that have to take place in order for you to perform at that higher level, right?
Mhm.
So if I
Mhm.
reached out to Krishan, I say, listen, I'm joining this community called Falling in Love with Myself Again. And I want you to come and join with me. I need an accountability partner. I need somebody that'll be down with me every day. Well, Kenny, what do we have to do? Boom, I'll send her a video. The one of the video much like what you saw of me, and it will give her instructions on what she needs to do. And then with our website, one of the first things that you have to do is that we're going to do things like we're going to do an intermittent fast.
Right.
Michelle is going to show you a download we have for our program that's out of this world that you downloaded. It has a fast. If you have more than one accountability partner, like a circle of maybe 4 or 5 people, All of you all could be in a circle. You could see what each other's doing. You could, I mean, it's just miraculous, right? But the first thing we're going to do, we're doing an intermittent fast. And then we say, listen, we have to, the change begins within first.
Right.
So we have to, we need a healthier temple before we can really get out here and do miraculous things. Yes. So you got to cleanse, replenish, ignite, right? So we have created these sample boxes. Rocky, can you show me a slide with the sample box on it, please? Rocky.
Right.
So anyway, until she gets it up. Okay, so if you look at the sample box, this is really what this box is going to look like. Can we make it any bigger, Rocky? Is it possible to make it bigger? So when you look at this sample box, what happened is that everybody that participates in this, they have to purchase a sample box.
Right.
The sample box is going to be $99, right? Yes, we're paying with one or two things. We can give you volume, or you could you could retail it and make a retail commission, right?
Right.
$99. What it is that it has a 10-day supply of our product, because I told you it's a set of 10-day changes, right? So what you would do is that you would send them to a place. What's going to happen is that I'll tell you, you will register. And you'll get a chance to see that because Michelle and Rocky are going to go over that. So the whole program is you will register. And as soon as you register, automatically you'll be shot an email saying welcome, and here are your next steps, what you do. Then you have a form that you fill out that talks a little bit about who you are, what you are, what is it your goal is, and what you fill that out, right? So we can keep that on file. Then it tells you next the things that we're going to do in the first 10 days, right? It tells you about the intermittent fast. So you have to download the app, which is a free app that you download that monitors everything, right? We talk about, 10,000 steps a day, right? We talk about you got to do something active. You got to get a little active. You got to at least try to take 30 minutes a day if you can, and do some kind of cardio.
Right.
All right, because it's important. You got to do the cleanse. You got to take the Bacia. You got to do the colon cleanse, right? Can you make that? Yeah, you got to do the colon cleanse. Then you have to use the liquid vitamin every day,
right?
And then you have to use the flare to ignite yourself, because it has B12 to give you the energy, right?
Right.
And then as a bonus, we added some coffee because we want people to try the coffee, and we added a bottle of our collagen as a bonus to the people, right? So you would get people from outside of Tava who could be like prospects to become your accountability partner, and them participating in this. Everybody has to get a sample, has to get a 10-day change box, right?
Right.
And they have to participate in this. Why do I say that? Because it is 10 days, 10 months at a time, and at the end of 10 months, which is right before Christmas, on the 15th of December of this year, whoever has the most miraculous change,
transformation
change,
okay,
we're going to give them $10,000
wow.
10 days before Christmas.
Wow.
$10,000 10 days before Christmas.
Wow.
Right now, there's some things that you have to do, and there's some rules, and I'm not going to give you all of them because we are publishing when we do the launch.
Live.
When we make it live, and we have the launch
on the 15th of February.
On the 15th of February, it's going to be like a big virtual event.
Okay.
When you do that, you'll get them. But some of the rules are like, so this is falling in love with myself again, powered by Tava.
Right.
Since Tava is sponsoring it, what's going to have to happen in order for somebody to position themselves to win the $10,000? One of the things they're going to have to do, they're going to have to use our products for 10 months.
Right.
Okay. Which is beneficial to them and beneficial to you.
Right.
They're going to have to purchase a product every month, right? Another thing that you're going to have to do is journal. One of the things we say when you join, go get yourself a journal. And why is journaling important? It's important that you journal, your whole progress, your journey. Yeah. And I'm talking about what should be in the journey, in the journal. The first thing you're going to put in the journal is you're going to take a before picture of yourself, and you're going to put it in your journal. You're going to put in your journal. This all be in writing, but I'm giving it to you. You're going to put your weight, your height, and you're going to put what your goal is, what
Yeah.
you would like, what you desire to be. And in your first 10 days, you're going to journal every day. You're going to put in there, yeah, I woke up today, and I was going to the gym, but man, I did not feel like going to the gym today, and I didn't. I cheated today. The first day I cheated. I just didn't feel like it. And then you can say, but I went the second day, I went to the gym today. I got up and did it. I got up a little early. I went to the gym, got my 30 minutes in, but I'm sore as hell. I'm not, so you have to be like from your heart,
Yes.
you journal, because that's going to be a requirement that we have at the end of 10 months, because your story with those that successfully complete each 10-day challenge, at the end of the 10 months, I don't care whether you win the $10,000 or not, you have won, because you are going to be completely different. You are going to be a different person. You're going to be thinking different. Your level of success is going to be different. How you look is going to be miraculously different. Your health is going to be completely different. When you look back on yourself for 10 months when you first started, you're not even going to recognize yourself from that person. So if there are no losers in this, but the person that has the most miraculous, now, how is that going to be done? It's going to be done like American Idol, because in the community, I suspect that within 10 months, we'll have thousands of people in this community. And it's going to be like American Idol. We will pick the top 10 people, the top 10 most miraculous changes. And then we'll put it out there in the community and let the community do the voting on who they think is number one. And that person, just imagine, in addition to changing your whole being, right before Christmas, you blessed with $10,000. Now, along the way, every quarter that we will be selecting somebody too. Every quarter we'll be monitoring. But here's the deal: you got to journal. The things that we say that that are part of the rules, which are not stringent. We're not asking you to do acrobatic flips and everything for that to get this, to win. All we're saying is there's a series of things that we want you to do in order to win, which the rules will be published, right?
Right.
And the series of things that we just want you to do. And every 10 days is designed to stretch you a little more.
Yes, it is.
The first 10 days will be a little easy. The second 10 days will be a little more to stretch you. And again, as a distributor, you don't just have to have one accountability partner. You can get as many people as you want to participate in this with you, because it's going to be beneficial, right? So, and I'm going to tell you something, like 10 days at a time, the accountability partner thing, it's just important. Listen, I want to share one more thing, and then I'm going to let Shantae say a few things to you. Rocky, put the chart up for me. Here's one of the things that's very important to me, that the reality that most people don't understand. Because, see, this is much deeper than just a physical change.
Right.
This is physical, it's spiritual, you follow me? And it's mental. Oh, I mean, for real. All right? It's three. Time and balance is very important. If you look at this pie chart, there are 24 pies in here, right? Which is representative of 24 hours in a day. When you really take a look at your life, you have to think that the average person works a job.
Right.
The average person works a job, they work 8 or 9 hours a day, average, right? So then the average person, they say, sleeps maybe 8 hours a day. You sleep 8 hours, you work 9. It takes you 2 hours to get yourself together to go to work and commute to and commute back from work. That's 2 hours.
Yeah.
At the end of that day of your cycle, you only have 5 hours left.
Right.
In those 5 hours, if you're a woman and you're married, you're coming home and have children, you're coming home cooking, you helping somebody with some homework. And at the end of the day, you look up and you have very little time for yourself. Right. And this is why it's so easy to lose yourself. This is why it's so easy to lose your light, to lose your superpowers, because you give so much to so many that you don't even have time to even recognize your light. So one of the things we do, this is something we're going to give away for free this chart, and it's a little more in depth to what I'm sharing, but one thing we're going to talk about is time, because you can control some of your time. You can't control all of it, but a lot of it you can control. Either you control it or you let somebody else control it, right? Balance is very important.
Yes.
So one of the things that we teach in the first 10 days is you got to have some you time. And I'm talking about you have to, and you know what? You time has to be taken. You have to seize time for yourself unapologetically. But even if you start off with 15 minutes a day and you journal what you experience, because see, a lot of people don't know how to bask in silence.
Yes.
They don't know what to do when it's absolutely quiet. Yet you don't know nothing about what to do. It'll probably take you 30 days to really find out that you can pray and pray, that you can meditate, or just sit up there and just be quiet, because you'll be amazed what happens, what messages you get, what comes to you in the midst of silence, right?
Yes.
Because your day is tumultuous and there's very little silence if you have children, you work a job, and you have a mate, and that's whether you're male or female, right? So these are the kind of things we're about. We're about teaching people how to live a better quality of life, how to really rediscover who you really are and get back on track to that, how to have some balance in your life. At the same time, you're getting healthy. So therefore, you're going to have, because of this, you're going to have some people that are going to become customers.
Right.
I'm talking about for forever, because our products are good.
They're excellent.
Some people are just going to want to buy the product. They might not want to do anything else, but you're going to have some people that are going to want to know more, because guess what? It's not just about how you look. We teach things like we're going to have a financial literacy platform where we teach people how to start a business, LLC, where we have professionals. We even going to have our own Vern Gwynn on there from a banking standpoint. So we have that. We're going to be teaching financial literacy. There are a lot of things that we're going to be going over. We talk about self-love.
Yes.
We're going to be giving self-love tips, things you can do to reinvigorate that self-love, to fall in love with yourself again and love you. Me, I thought I loved me, but when I look at me, it doesn't look like I love me, because I'm not doing the things that I should be doing to love me and give me more time. The way my life is tumultuous as it is with the business and the businesses and things we got going on, it's like I don't even make time for myself anymore. I've got to change that. I got to have some balance. And I got to see some time for the things that are important, that are really important. What's really important is giving me more time on this earth. It's not how much money I can make. It's about self-love. And self-love means that you take care of you. You make sure that you are number one. Like you're like that person on a plane that when the oxygen gets low, you put your mask on first, because if you ain't healthy, nobody in your household gonna be healthy. That's what we understand. So we're more significant. Now we get into the significance of Tava, but this is going to create a whole nother world of exposure to Tava. It is going to create a whole nother customer base, whole nother distributor base. It's going to bless so many people. It's going to allow you seamlessly to reach out to people and just tell them, come on and join us and be a part of this and have a chance to win $10,000. I mean, come on now, have a chance to win $10,000, right? And every quarter we're going to do the same thing, but I'll give out $500 to the most, miraculous change of the quarter, And intermittently, what we do too is that we'll be giving out every 10 days. When you complete your 10 days for real, we send you certification of change. You have completed your first wave of your first 10 days of change. And we send you a certificate and let you know, man, you did it. You did it. And then we will recognize everybody. We have recognition that'll be on social media with banners and on our social media platform pages, where we have events where we recognize the people that have gone in and give these people a platform to become the first wave of people that are reaching back and grabbing other people by sharing the complexity of their journey, but how they overcame the complexity of their journey by reaching back and pulling people up. So we are very excited. And when you see it, you're going to love it. But I just want to ask Shantae for real, like when you think about this, because I got a perspective, you have a perspective. Like, what is really your perspective of falling in love with yourself again?
Well, my perspective of falling in love with yourself again is really what it says, fall in love with yourself again. I know that there are a lot of people out there that have never really been in love with themselves again. Because of what's going on in the world, because of social media, we always compare ourselves, our lives to other people. And sometimes that could be difficult. We think that we should look a certain way. We think that we should be living a certain way, and we think that we should be doing certain things, and that may not be necessarily so. Just like the Lizzo video that you showed, I liked that video, and I went back and watched the concert. Actually, she has a concert on HBO, and I really like Lizzo, and I really enjoyed that concert because she spoke a lot about loving yourself where you are and who you are right now at this moment. And that's what I love about it, because it's not about what you were last year or what you were last week. It's about what you're trying to become, right? And so, in order to become those things, you have to love yourself where you are right at this moment. And so, that's my perspective of loving yourself again, or falling in love with yourself again.
So, what kind of people do you think that we will attract to the platform?
I think that we'll attract all type of people, because a lot of times people seem to be very confident and very strong. They portray that on social media. And a lot of times they portray that to you too as well, but they're not, right? Usually when they tell you all the time, check on your strong friends, that is so true. Because we try to be strong for everyone. You try to be strong for your children, you try to be strong for your husband, you try to be strong for your extended family, meaning your mom, aunts, uncles, cousins, and then you try to be strong for your friends. What I've realized and noticed, that since COVID, we've all suffered from some type of depression. We all have. Being locked in the house, not being able to go anywhere, not being able to talk to people, not being able to touch and hug people like we're used to doing. A lot of people lost people. We lost our mother. And so that is very, 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 very difficult. And it's still very, 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 very difficult. If you notice right now, when you see a lot of people that suffer from depression, that's suicidal, that have drug addictions, a lot of that is coming from what has happened during COVID, right? And so a lot of people have not really mentally gotten back into their normal routine, even work-wise, they have not gotten back into it, right? And so that's why it's so important for this platform to be heard and to be known. And that's why I love where Lizzo is coming from, because it doesn't matter what you look like on the outside. It's all about what's going on the inside. And if you love yourself for who you are and what you are today, and change what you want to change, right? Not something someone else wants you to change, but it has to be something that you want to change about yourself. That's what loving yourself is about. It's not about, give you an example. I always wanted to I'm sorry for being graphic, but I've always wanted to have a breast reduction for myself, right? Because I concealed it very well, but it was a lot of strain and stress on my shoulders. The reason why, and I did end up doing it, I did end up getting it done in 2019, right before COVID. But it took me a long time to do it because I had been wanting to do it since high school. But it took me a long time to do it because I knew I had keloid skin. My ears never keloid, but other places on my body keloid. And so I felt like once I got that scar, it would be an issue for me. And so a lot of people will say, oh, well, girl, nobody's gonna see it. You're gonna have clothes on and nobody's gonna see it. Well, guess what? It's not about what everybody else sees, it's about what I see. It's about what I look at in the mirror. I love my husband, but it's not about what he sees. It's about what I see in myself. And that's what's so important about loving yourself. It's not about your husband, your wife, your kids, or people that you're trying to what's the word I'm looking for? People that you're trying to impress. It's about impressing and loving yourself in the skin that you're in. And so that's one of the reasons why I'm very, very, very excited about falling in love with yourself again. A lot of people mask their feelings behind name brand clothes, makeup, hair, and all of that is a mask. You have to love yourself just the way you are and who you are, right? And once you do that, then someone else can love you.
I guarantee you with this platform that there will probably be 2 events a year, and they're going to be events where they're going to be hundreds of. I really believe that I have a vision that there would be thousands of people at a destination event that we will do with this, because the healing, man, healing is systemic. I mean, when you start creating something that is like cause driven for real, and there's healing involved in it, it gets big. It gets very big. And I think that this is going to be big for everybody.
Not only healing though, because what I realized too is, and what I'm excited about the Fall in Love with Yourself Again journey, is really tapping into whatever it is that you want to change about yourself and things that you don't like about yourself. Tapping into your family history and trying to figure out where it came from and stopping it. That's another thing that I think is very big, that people are continuously repeating. Those family curses, those generational curses, or not even that, just things that we've learned from family and possibly even friends or people that you've been around, and realizing that those things are not good for you in order to grow and where you're going. And so it's okay to change those things. It doesn't mean that you don't love that person anymore. It doesn't mean that you don't value that person anymore, but you realize that what was taught to you wasn't the correct way, or it's not good for you. And that's another major thing that and why I say that is because I'm experiencing it in my personal life and in my family. We carry on things that we learned from our parents, and we hold on to it because those are our parents. We love them and we think that it's right, and we don't want to go against what our parents taught us, but they only know and can teach us what they know. It doesn't necessarily mean that it's correct, and it doesn't necessarily mean that it's correct for you, but it's up to you to change it in order to go where you're trying to go, in order for you to fall in love with yourself again.
I agree. So what we're doing today is that we opened up pre-registration, which is really for you guys.
Yes.
Because I think that you all are going to be the ones reaching out to people outside of Tava to participate in this. And that's going to help grow the platform. It's going to help grow your business as well.
Right.
And so what we're going to do is that I'm going to turn it over to Lachelle and Rocky, because Shauna and I, we just really wanted y'all to hear our hearts about it, because this has been on our heart for almost 2 years. It's just, and we have really been working on this for about 7 or 8 months.
Right.
Trying to make it, as close to perfect as we can. We've added a lot of resources. Like we have attorneys, we have
doctors,
physicians, that you
psychologists.
I mean, a lot of resources available that we're making available to people, private and public. Right. And every month we'll be, having a public forum where we'll be talking where people that have conquered the 10-day challenges for 30 consecutive days. We'll be speaking to the things that are going on in their life, because a lot of times we let life occurrences prevent us from being in love with ourselves, because there's always something that gets in the way of us being what we are called here to be. And we just have to find a way. And
this platform will also give us the opportunity to meet people outside of Tava, right?
Yes.
To meet people outside of your job, your church, your friends, your family members. It allow you the opportunity to meet people that you don't know, right? That may be interested in fall in love with themselves. And then along the way, with joining Fall in Love with Yourself and the challenge, they may decide that they want to become a business partner or just become a customer, because we do have great products. So it's a good avenue to be able to reach and meet new people.
Yes. And so a good thing too is that we made sure that when people want to join you, that they can go right to
Yeah.
the Tava site, and they can join through. You make sure you get credit for people that join when you start putting it
Right.
out there. So we took every precaution to make sure that you all were going to be good. But what I'd like to do is that I want to thank y'all for getting on this,
Yes.
and listening to Sean and I. But it's not over, because now I really want to introduce the pre-registration portion to you, and I want you all to take a tour.
Right.
For those of you all who didn't see it the first time, I want you to take a tour of the site and some of the resources and things that are available. And none other than Lachelle, Pierre, and Rocky are going to do that. So we love you guys. Man, you all be careful out there. Those of you all in places where it's snowing and freezing
And cold.
over.
It ain't that cold.
All right. We love you guys. Thank you.
It's freezing.
I knew you was going to say that, Lachelle.
Thank you all. Thank you all so much. As always, sharing from the heart. And I think that's what people wanted to hear, needed to hear. I see so many of you in the chat. Let us know if you are ready to fall in love with yourself again, if you were encouraged by what Mr. and Mrs. Lloyd said today. If you know of someone that you want to do this with you, or somebody that you think needs this kind of encouragement, put it in the chat. Let us know if you think this is for you. All right, Mr. Keith Liddell. Okay, 80 in Miami. I see you. And as they said, this is not just limited to people in Tava. Okay, so really you should be going beyond your boundaries and just reaching out to anyone that you know that can benefit, right? So with that being said, I'm going to see Rock. Are you there?
I am. Can you hear me okay? I'm not muted.
No, you are not. And so everybody, you hear us call her name all the time. Y'all don't hear Mr. Lloyd fussing all the time, but normally that's what's going on during these lives. But we couldn't do this without Miss Tanya Rockmore. So I want you to go ahead, lead us off, and then share what you want to share. And really, where did falling in love with myself again come from for you?
Well, first of all, thank you, Lachelle. To the Lloyds, who are they're my family, like they are for all of us, and amazing leaders. And you'll hear me say all the time that never before when you see the post, you'll see it happen, said often. Never before at a company have you seen, never before, because never before have I been associated with leaders with such a heart that they share, that they're so transparent. And being a part, and Lachelle can attest to this, being a part and seeing them in their personal life and professional life, we know beyond the shadow of a doubt that what you receive today is their truth, is their reality, as it is ours. And so when you ask, where did this come from? I have to say in a very special way that it came from a conversation that you and I had, Lachelle. A lot of people don't know, but Lachelle and I, because of our work responsibilities, there are often times that we will be 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, 12 o'clock. We're talking and we're sharing. And when you work in an environment such as this, and you're responsible for helping so many people, you have a tendency to latch hold to each other. And that's what we did. So sometimes our personal challenges will kind of slip into a conversation. And one night 2 years ago in February, because I looked it up in February, this is actually the 2-year anniversary of the inception, 3-year. It's 2020. Yeah, 2020. The 30th anniversary of the inception of falling in love with yourself again. Michelle was on her self-care journey, and she had discovered, because of the products at Tava, something happened for her. And I'm not going to tell your story. You can tell your own story. But something happened for her. And when it happened, we were talking, and she said, "Did you see the picture I just sent?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, "That's what I want. I want to fall in love with myself again." And I started to share where I was coming from with that, how I felt about my looks, because I work around beautiful people. That's just my reality. I'm associated with people that are just, according to society standards, they are amazing. And if they're not amazing, they got the money to be amazing anyway.
And guess what? If you are around all these beautiful people, birds of a feather flock together, all right? So that makes all of us beautiful.
But sometimes you don't feel that way. And you lose touch of who you are and who God planned for you to be. And that's when you realize that I got to fall in love with myself again. And you said, and I don't know if you want to tell her what you wanted to fall in love again, but you had your love relationship going on as well with self. And I mean, that's, so to answer your question in short form, it came from our conversation. Okay, that's the short form. Y'all know I'm not gonna give it like I used to. I'm just gonna be quiet now. Go ahead. What you got?
I love it. You guys give Rock some love in the chat, Miss Tanya. All right, give her some love, some hearts, because you know what? It's not easy to come up and share your truth. The way Mrs. Lloyd eloquently shared her transparency, and now Rock sharing her journey. And so that's what falling in love with myself again really is all about. It's a community of people. And as Mrs. Lloyd said, being okay with where you are, and then being in a position to change the things that you want to change, not because society tells you have to, not to fit into anybody's box, but to know that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. You are unique just like you are. So, all right, we're not going to preach, Rock. We got to show them what are they.
We got to show them something. And we got some folks. We got some folks too that want to share. So I'm getting texts. I don't know if you're getting texts, but check your phone, because folks want to jump in on the conversation. I don't know if you're getting texts, but I think before I do what I'm supposed to do, I know I'm going to get fussed at, because I think we need to bring up at least one person. Let me tell you who it is, so you can go ahead and introduce.
Go ahead, take it away. Go ahead, do it.
No, I don't do that part. You do that part.
All right. Okay. So, guys, we have some of our diamonds, double diamonds, leaders. We have some ladies here who are excited about falling in love with themselves again, and they are going to help us talk about all of the resources and the program. So I'm going to give one person like 1 minute to tell us so far what she thinks, and that is Miss Ebony Henderson. Hold on one sec. Ebony, are you back there?
Yes, I am, Miss Lachelle. Thank you. Hi.
You are so tell us, what do you think so far?
Man, you see me in the comments. I'm so excited. I've been posting about this since October of last year when our beautiful CEO had a kickstart out in Houston, Texas. And me and other leaders were there, like Leela Johnson from the Bay Area, Miss Natasha Washington was there, and so many other leaders. And just hearing the story, I'm excited. I'm so happy. And this is why, another reason why I'm still here with Tava Lifestyle, because it's all about coming together and being part of an inner circle of people who you can trust and can relate to and share how they overcame, how they've been fighting, to love on themselves so they can love others. And this is why Tava Lifestyle is my safe haven for me and my family, my friends, and each and every one of you out there as well. Because of this with Tamika Harris, she was there, in October when we got the news about falling in love with yourself. So I thank you so much, Miss Lachelle, for just welcoming me on. Thank you, Rock, for everything. And I don't need to go into how I overcame falling and started the process of falling in love with myself and overcame everything that I was fighting against. I don't have to go over that, right, Mr. Shell?
Give us like just one snippet, because Mrs. Lloyd shared her truth, Rock shared hers. Give us an aspect of falling in love that's important to you.
Why it's important? Oh, I'm going to be really quick. It's important because loving on myself determines how I function in my day-to-day life. Okay? It has to do a lot with my mindset and my thoughts. What I think about myself is what I'm going to show up as, right? And that's so important with being in love with yourself. As Miss Shantae mentioned, when I first got married, I was 25 years old, and I'm now 39 years old, right? I'm still 25. Yeah, I'm still 25, right? 25.
You look at him, it's the valet. Keep going.
Yes, in the 25. So, really quick, I had to focus. I was taught. I heard Miss Shantae when she said we learned some things. So I had to, unlearn some things because I was taught to, focus on my family, my four children, and him at the time, I was taught to focus on that. And that I lost myself. The things that were important to me that made me feel so confident that I got up to 235 pounds, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. I've never had surgery. I was eating crazy because I was focused on my sons eating organic food and making their meals. I was focused on my children, and not saying I don't have to, but I had to learn how to make time for myself and going to the gym, working out. I had to learn how to meal prep for myself and not just my twin boys. And I had to learn that, it's not fair. It wasn't fair to him that I threw myself away because that's not the woman he married. Right. Mm-hmm. And so I realized it played a part in the marriage as well. And so I had to unlearn some things and relearn some new things. I had to learn some new things. And because of that, I learned how to fight. I learned how to love myself, and I learned to love my family even more. And I learned to help others. And that's why I've been in this industry for now 9 years. So I'm excited about that. And I'm going to turn it back over to you, Miss Lachelle.
Thank you so much, Ebony. You guys give her some love in the chat as well. Again, it's not easy coming up, sharing your truth. So we appreciate her and all of our other guests. So don't go anywhere because we have some more ladies to hear from. But I do want to take a minute. We've got to show you. You heard Mr. Lloyd touch on it. We want to show you how to actually go and pre-register. And I think Mr. Ronald Lott said it best. He said we have 14 days to pre-game. I love it. How many of you pre-game? Pre-game before you go out, pre-game for the sports events. Come on, you get started before you actually get in there. So our official launch is February 15th. Today is the pre-launch. So, Rock, can you show us the website or tell us what you're showing us? Come on.
Hey, so you want to walk them through it? Because I'm so excited because we have this and we are ready to go.
Okay.
You want to do this with me, or we gonna do it together?
Go ahead.
All right, let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the website. And the doors are open for the pre-registration effective now at 11:05, February 1st. That's California time, y'all. It's still early. The doors are open. The website is live, and I will give you that address. But before I do, I want to walk you through the site itself, and hopefully you can see this is our header. And as we go down on this header, you will see.
I see $10,000. That's what I see. Somebody dropped some money bags, some dollar signs in the chat. I don't know what y'all saw, but I saw $10,000. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. So, and then as we go down, we're gonna find out how to get to the secure the bag, as the young folks say. So where do we start? We start right here with the mind, body, and soul. And as you come down, you will be able to hover and get information, gain information on each aspect of your life. And then we welcome you to the community. There is a video which you've already seen today with Mr. Lloyd sharing what I like to call a challenge for self, because I mean, what if we just take it 10 days at a time? Just 10 days at a time, a day a finger. We got 10, just 10 days at a time. And if you're ready, you say, yes, I'm ready. And I didn't skip over. Pre-registration is available right now. I know I'm going a little fast, but I just want to get to the exciting part, which is how you'll be able to register. You see these buttons here? I'm going to click on one in just a moment, but I want you to know what else we offer as a community. Mr. Lloyd has already shared with us that we will have self-development as well as financial literacy platforms available to you. This is a website that you can share. This is open to anyone. You don't have to be a distributor. It's for anyone.
Male and females.
Male and female. Fall in love with yourself again. And if you're ready to be counted in, you simply click the link and say, count me in. And it will take you to a self-evaluation sheet where we will actually begin the registration process, because we're very serious about it. This is not just something that we're doing to gain your information. So put your email address and name in, and we're going to send you a bunch of information about products and sales. And no. We want you to fall in love with yourself again by evaluating yourself. If it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you.
Come on now, you preaching today?
And you know we churchy up in here. So as we come down here, these questions we gave a lot of thought to, and I am going to try and register yet again. I've tested this a few times.
I don't think we have to go through the whole process, because we got to go through the other. We want to show them some of the other resources, the affirmations, the app.
We're going to go. Yep, we're going to get there. We're going to get there, but we also have to show them the email, how it works. And so that's why we're doing it this way, which I've practiced several times. By the time I tell you that I'm not listening to you, I will be done.
All right.
Because I did this. And what's fun, I was so excited to put this here, you guys. You can actually upload your picture. Okay, click that you are okay with it, and you submit your registration. Very important that when you I did something wrong because she distracted me. Okay. Oh, the password has to match. Sorry.
All right, so far, if you like what you see, I see a few hand claps. I see some fireballs. Yeah, that's right, Miss Lula. If it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. Let me know. Are you in? Are you ready? Who's ready to pre-game the next 14 days? Who's ready to pre-game? I see you, Christian. What up, though? Miss Beauty. Okay, all right. Janella, I see you. Come on, Miss Lottie. All right. Okay, I'm sorry, Rock. Go ahead.
Okay, so now that we've registered, what's going to happen, sorry about that. Now that we've registered, what's going to happen in your inbox is what just happened for me, is that you're going to receive this email, which Mr. Lloyd shared with you. This is an email with a lot of words, but that's important because they're important words to share with you. And this email will have tips for you to have on what to do for your first 5 days. It will also have a download. Remember, he shared with you the pie chart. So it has the pie chart here for you with details and self-analysis. Again, this is not for play, it is for real. So there's your pie chart. And then right here, when you click, you say, okay, I am ready to get started. When you click that you are ready to get started, you will then go to another, and this is where Lachelle was really trying to get us to. You will go to the 5 days. So when you go to the 5 days, we want to prepare you for the change. So the first thing we want you to do, since you're ahead of the game, is start getting your accountability partners now. Get them registered now. Again, on the 14th, there's that $10,000 again, Lachelle. On the 15th, it's going to become available for you to purchase the box. Grab yourself a journal. Mr. Lloyd, he shared with you exactly what we need to do. Grab yourself a journal. Let's start journaling. Start taking pictures. I'm very uncomfortable with that. If you go to any of my social media, you won't see anything. The reason why is that I don't do pictures. It's something that I don't do, but I gotta, as I fall in love with myself again, you'll start seeing more pictures, more things like that. And measure up. Measure up. Don't be afraid of the measuring tape. Don't be afraid of who you are. Measure up, because in order to go somewhere, you have to start somewhere. And then, Michelle, I guess I'm going to let you take over right now and talk about that morning encouragement situation you have going here.
So, all right, we know that we have kept you guys on long, but hold on, just hold tight, hold tight. We do have the morning encouragement call. It's the me call. We want to start off our day giving thanks, prayer, meditation, encouragement, right? It's going to be about a 5-10 minute call. It won't be long at all. Every day, 6 a.m., right? And it's open. It's open. So we want you to share that. When you register, you'll get all the information. We also have the fasting app, right? The intermittent fasting will be a part of the journey. How many of you have already downloaded the app and joined our circle? Let's see. I know Miss Hazel has, Key Clark, Tanya Lane, Kathy Collier. I see Miss Lerona Barnes, Shanita Anderson, Miss Scott, Renee Mack. Hey, Gilbert Davis is in the house. So many of you have already joined. Make sure you go ahead. Don't wait. Come on. Y'all heard it here. We are pre-gaming the next 14 days. It's the Life app. Inside the app, you will find our FILWMA circle, FILW, which is silent, MA. All right. It stands for falling in love with myself again, FILWMA. You'll hear Mr. Lloyd call it everything in the world. But once you join the app, there's so much information in there. We have a group. We're able to communicate with each other. So you definitely want to join the FILWMA circle. There are videos in there on nutrition, on what to eat. There's videos on exercising, and all of this is free. There's no charge for it. Okay, so you want to download the app, join the circle. It'll help you track your times that you're fasting, and you can sync it with your health app on your iPhone. Now, Android users, I know you could do something. It's something, you link it to something or another.
So, Michelle, I got to interrupt you real quick about the app, about the website. People are asking for the link, and we're going to give you the link in just a second. But a way that you will be able to easily get to the app is on the website. You will simply be able to click right? That, and you will end up on be able to download from there as well and automatically join our circle. Just thought I'd mention that. Go ahead.
Sharita, in 2023, it's time for you to cross on the other side of the street. Team iPhone, sis. Team iPhone. So, but inside the app, there's so many things to do. Do not wait. Go ahead, join us in the app. Then we will also have the FILWMA TV channels where, as Mr. Lloyd said, we'll have shows and videos from doctors and nutritionists and mental health specialists and financial experts and just all kinds of topics. We'll have our positive affirmations that will be going out daily. I mean, it is so much. So I thought today we were just kind of pre-launching, sharing a little bit. So you definitely want to go to the website, Falling in Love with Myself Again, fallinginlovewithmyselfagain.com. Pre-registration is open. You are able to do it right now. And I've got to bring a couple of my sister friends up, and let me find out right now. Let me see. Is Double Diamond Janella Simpson back there?
Hey, woo! Hey, Michelle.
I know you've been waiting. What are you saying, Janella? What are you thinking?
I'm saying, I don't know about you guys out there, but I'm watching in the feed, so I know for sure people are excited like me. We need something like this to keep us balanced, to keep us on track, so we can all fall in love with ourselves again. I'm loving it.
Yes. Y'all let us know in the chat. Hold on, I got another good girlfriend in the back. Diamond Tammy Faye, are you there, ma'am?
Hey, I am here. Oh, yes, I'm super excited as well, Michelle. How you guys doing this morning? Listen, it was a great thing. I said, when I be talking to Rock, how all these things are coming about. And then, with Mr. Kenny and Shantae Lloyd, the vision and how Miss Shantae Lloyd was just so transparent. It's like, this is something that we need for the community. This is just not for Tava Nation. This is going to change everybody. Men, you too. You heard Mr. Lloyd. So we don't want you guys to feel like it's not for you. It's for everybody. But we know girls rule the world. So we know we're going to take over.
So tell us, would you, and I know I'm putting y'all on the spot a little bit, but as we're talking about our journey, and both of you are moms, bosses, what is this journey going to do for you, or why is it important for you personally? Janelle, you want to start first?
Okay. All right. So I'm excited about this because a lot of people in Tava Nation, hey Tava Nation, know me. First of all, I'm excited to be here with you, Michelle. I'm excited that the other beautiful ladies, Ebony Henderson was so amazing. Tammy Faye, we got Coach Lottie coming up, Chris Sean coming up. I'm so excited to share the platform with these beautiful ladies. Our CEOs and founders did such an amazing job of putting this together, and they know me really well. And a lot of people in Tava know me as well too. A lot of people know that, my background, I was adopted, and then I was the only child. I was the only child growing up, right? So I wasn't used to having a whole lot of people around me. And then I went from that to a teenage mother, all right? At the age of 15, I already had a child, right? Mm-hmm. And so shortly after that, I was married with another child. So my family grew fast, super fast. And then 10 years later, another child. And then a lot of people know I just got out of a 20-year marriage. I was married 20 years and together with somebody for 22 years, a very wonderful, marriage at that time, but we decided to part ways. So I went from all of these people in the household to just me and my daughter trying to figure out all of this quiet time. What am I supposed to do with myself? Getting over losses in my life too, because I lost my mom. I was out of a marriage. So a lot of things changed for me. And so my life changed drastically last year, drastically. So I'm learning myself. A lot of people saw me cut my hair because it's actually a lot of things that I wanted to do that I'm finding out that I really love for myself. Like I'm ready to fall back in love with myself. So last year for me was a year of finding myself, finding things that I actually like. Because having 3 children, a husband, and all of that, you always trying to cater to other people.
That's
And
right.
sometimes you forget about yourself. And so for years, for 20 years and over, I really was worrying about everybody else. And so now I feel like it's at a time for me to say, you know what? I know what I like now, and now it's time for me to fall in love with myself, to love me all over in every kind of way. And that's where I am right now. So this is perfect for me. I don't know about y'all in the feed, but I'm being transparent today, and that's where I am. I'm really loving myself right now.
I love it. I love it. It takes courage, y'all. Give Janella some hearts in the chat. Show her some love, sis. You are rocking it. Okay. Tammy, what about you? Why is falling in love with myself again important for you?
Well, just for me, I lived in Atlanta for 20 years. So, just moving to the West Coast, like Janella said, refreshing, just moving, getting a new thing and finding out things about me. I really was in a dark, deep place when I was in Atlanta. People think you're happy because you're functioning. You're functioning, but you're really not living. And I was functioning. And now I'm here. I'm happy. I'm just finding myself again. My daughter turned 16. I don't know about any women out there. Janella's baby just turned, 13,
I got a
12?
lot of which one?
Baby, because her birthday is the day before July.
21-year-old, a 30-year-old, and then just turned 12. So
Yeah, she just turned 12. So it was like, my daughter turned 16, Lachelle, and it was like, I got 2 more years. I have been taking care of her. I take her to school. I pick her up from school. Everything that revolves in my life is about her. Now it's like, okay, girl, wake up. This is right on time for me. So now I got to do things for me. I got to love me. I got to start living for me because she going to leave me. And all these years, like Janella said, she had her whole family. This is your life. This is what you do. You put everything into your family and you forget about you. You lose yourself. And I definitely lost myself. So this campaign right now for me, like Ebony said, when he talked about it in October, it came right on time because it's not just women that need this. It's a lot of men out here that need this as well. So I'm excited about this because I'm ready and I need something new to jumpstart 2023. So falling in love with me is all it's going to be.
I love it. Falling in love with me, that's all it's going to be in 2023. Man, but I love what you said, and I hope you guys caught it. She said that she was functioning and not living.
Yes.
So many of us. I hope you make a commitment beginning today. I'm not going to function. I'm not just going to function. I'm going to live. I'm going to choose. And another thing, because both of you guys have daughters, everybody, I hope you incorporate your daughters. You all know that's kind of my passion, having a young adult daughter, and it's a different day. Okay, it's a different day. So, and even your 12-year-olds, your 13-year-olds, include them in your journeys, ladies, your nieces, your goddaughters, to put that in them so they don't have to be like us and get to our 30s, 40s, 50s to try to find ourselves again. So thank you, ladies. I have a couple more ladies I want to bring up that are here. Hold on one sec. Let's see. Miss Krishan Peace, are you there, ma'am?
Hey, what's up, Tava Nation? What up, y'all?
Hey, and I have one more person, Miss Lottie Boss. Are you back there too, ma'am?
I am. Yes, I am. I'm here.
Hey, ladies. Hey. So I need to know, what are you as blown away as we are today?
I think I've been blown away since the initial kickoff, like Ebony said, since October. I think the falling in love with yourself is so needed right now. I can remember Well, me and my husband separated 7 years ago. And I remember being in a place where I was in a marriage, but because my children were becoming adults, the first two was off to college, the other one was like getting ready to leave. And I remember not only being an empty nester from someone like Janella, who had my first baby at 15, and then me and my husband really not seeing eye to eye. We're like living in a house, but feeling like we're single because we had been together since children. We started to grow apart. We started to have our own dreams. We started to realize we had our own visions. We didn't like to do things so much that was together because we started to find ourselves as we became adults. And I remember feeling so empty, and everybody's like, you got a husband, you got a beautiful home, you got nice cars, your kids going to college. And I'm like, but who am I? Who am I? And I had this job where I traveled, and I remember getting up and going to a restaurant by myself, y'all. And I remember sitting in that restaurant, not even knowing what to order, or realizing, oh my God, I don't have to order for no kids. Oh my God, I don't need a kid menu. Oh my God, my husband's not here. What is he eating right now? And I just remember all these things going through my head. And the waitress came to the table and she's like, hi, what can I get you? Can I start you off with a drink? And I bust out crying. And she's like, are you okay? I was so emotional and just so all over the place because I really realized that everything that I love, I was completely empty. I gave all my love to my children, all my love to everybody else, all my love was given out, and I was not giving any love to myself. And so that's when I tapped into self-development. So this, for me, the self-development and the therapy is what helped me and my husband. We went through therapy. We had never went through marriage counseling. We didn't go through that till 14 years into marriage. We didn't go through any counseling, or we didn't have anything like this. And every program that I went to for self-development was all men. So although they helped me in my mindset, I was still empty somewhere because I didn't have any women who were going through the same thing, or wanted to even share with me that they were going through those situations. So this right here, this platform right here is life changing. And I cannot wait for myself to dive in to even take my self-love to another level. I was reading a book. It's called Shift Happens by Robert Holden. And he says that self-love is a journey, but it has no destination, meaning that we are already fully equipped with our self-love. We just have to tap into ourselves, and it starts with your mindset. Because once I changed my mind, all of my circumstances began to change.
Right. And it's a continuum. So let me see. Hold on. Let me see if I can get Miss Lottie back as well. Hold on. Miss Lottie, you there? Because I'm going to take you down just for a second. We got a little feedback. Hold on. Don't go anywhere, though. Lottie, you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. So tell me, ma'am, as you heard from our CEOs and you listened to the other ladies, what's your thought? Why is falling in love with yourself again important to you?
Well, first, thank you, Lachelle. Thank you, Rock. Thank you, Coach Janella Simpson. You are a lifesaver. And thank you to Mr. Lloyd and Mrs. Lloyd, because this is divine purpose and order. This is the second month. The second month means finding your purpose, inner peace. And so this is what I've been praying for. This is very personal for me because I lost myself. My oldest son was murdered a year and a half ago.
So sorry.
I just lost myself. Still trying to pick up the pieces for my kids that are still here. My husband, still putting everybody first. I just started to exist. And I knew God had more for me. And so I started praying, and so God showed me, and he started to show me, Janella, you are just people, period, that were going to pour into me so that I could become who I am again. And so that I could share what God has put in me with his people. So it's very, very personal for me at this point. I don't even want to cry.
It's okay. It's okay.
But it's very personal because I lost myself for real. And I know this is an everyday journey. This is a destination. It's every day. And I'm here for it because I deserve more. If God created me, that means I deserve more. If God created you, that means you deserve more. And so I'm Lord. So I thank y'all.
And thank you for sharing. Our heart goes out to you, and we're here. You need to cry, and you need someone to listen. And I hope everyone that's watching understand that everybody's story is different. But sis, we love you. Your journey is not easy. It's not. But you are not alone. And if hopefully everybody heard from the CEOs on down, and hurt everyone's heart, and that the whole purpose of what we want to do is show people you are not alone. You don't have to feel alone. You don't have to put the mask on. It's okay to share and to not be judged, but to be in a place where you can be loved on. So Lottie, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for sharing. You and your family will be in our prayers. And we didn't even mention, guys, that even on the website, we will have a prayer wall. So when we say that we are really committed to change, we are committed to change and really holding each other up, not just beating each other up and, oh, you ate cookies last night and we're supposed to be fasting. No, but to really be there to hold each other up, because the strongest person has weak moments, right? And we've all been taught to be strong. We've all been taught never let them see you sweat. Don't show any vulnerability. Well, that's when you run on empty. And so the prayer wall will be on the site as well, and people will be able to post. And for those who don't want to, they'll be able to post anonymously, right? But knowing that you will have people interceding on your behalf, and a community of people, a sisterhood, a brotherhood of people that are just gonna be there for each other. So anything else you'd like to say, Miss Lottie?
Thank you all so much. I already feel the love. I've been in Tava for a little while. Like, I started a couple of years ago, and then when my son died, I just didn't care anymore. I knew that I was supposed to be here, and so I fought to get here. I just thank y'all. That's just all I can say is thank y'all. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Lloyd, for following y'all assignment. Because y'all follow y'all assignment. It's attached to us and our purpose in life. And so the gratitude is forever here. I promise y'all it is.
Well, thank you so much, Miss Lottie. There you have it. Falling in love with yourself again. So whatever you thought that it was, know that it's so much more. And I hope as you listened to all of the people that were on today, right, that you will go beyond your comfort zone. And I hope that this will transcend far beyond just business for you, and that you will reach out to people that you know, because you don't know what people are going through, right? And that person that you think has it all, as you heard Krishan say, they may have the husband, the wife, the beautiful kids, the house, the cars, and could be hurting inside. So share. fallinginlovewithmyselfagain.com is the platform. We are going to do this again tonight, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. We are going to be live. We know a lot of people still work during the day. And so join us right back here. If you're on YouTube, if you're in the Facebook group, if you're on the Houston corporate page, join us here. Share it, share it, share it. Thank you for all of the ladies for sharing your stories, for sharing your truths, for being so transparent, because even as painful as it may have been, you don't know who you have blessed on today. And so each and every day I encourage you, and as Mrs. Lloyd said, men too, yes, it is okay for our men to be vulnerable and to show emotions and to let us know when they're not okay. Brothers, there's support and love here for you as well. So each and every day, make sure that you are a blessing to somebody. Hey, sir.
I just want to say really quick before we go off that, yeah, this is what it's about. But share it for tonight. Share it with somebody that's not necessarily in Tava. They don't have to be in Tava. Share it with somebody. Share the, invite somebody to come on and hear about the platform, because this is the beginning. Right now is the beginning of the change. This is where change starts. And you all had a chance to pre-register. And so change begins now with the pre-registration. And so there are a lot of other people that that need to go through a change, that need some change, that need to hear some of these things that really need it desperately. So invite some people on outside of the company. This is the beginning. This is our alpha. So please take advantage of it. Lachelle, great job.
Yes.
Thank you, sir. And thank each and every one of you. And we look forward to seeing you tonight, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that's 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So peace and blessings to you all. Stay safe and warm.
In case nobody told you today, you're special.